Hi, good morning to all. Welcome to today's class, and today we are mainly going to discuss about the exercise part of chapter 11, force and pressure. Okay, so maybe you already find the some of the answers of the exercise. Anyhow, today we will discuss all the question answers, and if you already find the answer, you just check whether is it same or not. Okay, so our first part of the exercise is tick the correct answer, tick the correct options. First one, which of the following is or are the effect of force? Okay, so here options are given. First option A, motion in stationary object. Is this effect of force? Yes. And option B, stop a moving object. To stop the moving object, we have to exert a force. Then change the direction of motion. In that case also, for changing the direction of a moving object, we have to exert the force. And option C, all of this. So its answer is option D, all of these. Okay. And second one, we measure liquid pressure with a dash. Option A, manometer, option B, thermometer, option C, barometer, and option D, calorimeter. Which one will be the answer? Option A itself, manometer. Then third question, what is the SI unit of measuring force? What is the SI unit of measuring the force? Option A, Newton, option B, kilogram force, and option C, Pascal, option D, none of this. For measuring the force, the SI unit of force is Newton. Option A, Newton. Then fourth question, an object is attracted towards the earth is due to dash. Option A, muscular force. Option B, frictional force. Option C, gravitational force, and option D is magnetic force. Which one will be the answer? In muscular force, mainly the force exerting by the muscles, and frictional force, it's an opposing force, right? Then gravitational force is the answer. Option C, gravitational force. Because of the gravity, earth attracts the object towards its center. So option C, gravitational force. Then fifth one, which of the following is a non-contact force? Okay, so option A, magnetic force, option B, electrostatic, option C, gravitational force, and option D, all of this. Which one will be non-contact force? Magnetic force is a non-contact force. It is acting in a distance. Then electrostatic force also a non-conducting force, and gravitational force is also non-contact force. So its answer is option D, all of this. Okay. So now we can discuss the second part, that is fill in the blanks. Okay. In fill in the blanks, first question, liquid exert dash on the base of the container. Liquid exert dash on the base of the container. Liquid exert pressure. So first answer is pressure. And second one, liquid exert dash pressure at same depth. Liquid exert equal pressure in same depth. So second answer is equal. And third one, when we go to high altitude, then dash decreases when we are going up, or higher altitude when we are going in upward direction. So dash decreases. What is decreasing? Atmospheric pressure. Okay. Then fourth one, the force with which two objects attract each other is called dash force. Two objects attract each other. So it's considered as gravitational force. So the fourth answer is gravitational force. And fifth one, Bullock used dash force to perform a task. They are using muscular force. Okay. Then sixth one, a push or a pull on an object is called dash. A push or a pull on an object is called force. Okay. Then the third part questions, very short answers. What is the resultant force when two equal force acts on an object in the same direction? Resultant force, in this chapter we already learned that resultant force is the total amount of exerting force is considered as resultant force. So, if the force is applied in this two equal force applied in the same acts on an object in the same direction, then what is the resultant force? Resultant force will be maximum, so that object can move. So, you can write in this case resultant force is maximum, as a result that object can move in the direction of force, okay, in the applied direction of force. Then second one, what is the SI unit of measuring pressure? SI unit of pressure is Pascal. Like this you can denote it, or you can write Newton per meter square. Any one of the answer you can write. It is better to write Pascal, PA. Okay. Then next one, what happens when a plastic comb rubbed several times with dry hair is brought near a heap of piece of paper? That is considered as which kind of electrostatic force? We already learned that it is an attracting force. So, when we comb the plastic, means the plastic comb, when we rubbed with several times to our dry hair. So, what will happen? Some kinds of charges accumulated in the comb. Then after combing the dry hair, then we placed it in a piece of paper. Then what will happen? The piece of paper will attract towards the plastic comb. Piece of paper will attract towards the plastic comb due to electrostatic force. Are you clear its answer? The piece of paper attract towards the plastic comb because of the due to electrostatic force. Then fourth question, define 1 kilogram force. Its answer from your textbook, page number 118. Now onwards, means if you are don't simply watch this video. When you are watching time, you have to take your science textbook and that page 128. So that time you can mark. Now you can mark the answers. After that, each and every question you have to write on your notebook. From fill in the blanks onwards, you have to write on your notebook. Okay. So its answer, 1 kilogram force. Its answer from page number 118. Its answer from page number 118. Here bold letters, here it is given the beginning, the second paragraph in the 118, page number 118. The force required to lift an object of mass 1 kilogram vertically upward is called 1 kilogram force. Okay. Then our fifth question, what is frictional force? Its answer from page number 120. Page number 120, you can see that frictional force. In that frictional force heading, that second paragraph, bold letters, here it is given. The force acting along the two surfaces in contact that opposes the motion of one object over the other is called force of friction or frictional force. Okay. Then sixth one, define pressure. Its answer from page number 122. Pressure, that means the beginning itself, you can see here a bold letters, the physical quantity that measure the effect of force per unit area is called pressure. And physical quantity that measures the effect of force per unit area is called pressure. Okay, so that's all about the very short answers, and now we can discuss the short answer type 1 questions. Okay, that is D. Write 5 effects of force. Write the 5 effects of force. Its answer from page number 100. 16, you can see here in your textbook that beginning of this chapter, effect of force. There are 5 effects are given. Each and every effects like numbers it's shown. So 5 effects are there. So you have to write the 5 effects. Name only. That bold letters only you need to write. That means in page number 116 it is given. Force can cause motion in a stationary object. That is the first effect. And second effect, force can stop a moving object. Force can stop a moving object. And third point, force can change the direction of motion of moving object. Then fourth one, force can change the speed of a moving object. And fifth one, force can change the shape and size of an object. Force can change shape and size of an object. These are the 5 effects of force. Then second question, what is muscular force? Give one example. Its answer from page number 119, the last part. Muscular force, the force acting due to the action of muscles is called muscular force. The force acting through the action of muscles is called muscular force. And in the same question here it is asked to give an example, and example you can write there. That means page number 120 you can see that pulling cart is an example. Pulling carts, okay, or otherwise carrying in heavy loads or ploughing the field. Any one of the example you can write. Only one example is needed. Then third one, what is mean by force of gravity? What is mean by force of gravity or gravitational force? So its answer from page number 122. Page number 122. You can see the first paragraph itself, one bold letter sentence are there. The force is due to the attraction between the earth and the object. It is called force of gravity. The force is due to the attraction between the earth and the object. It is called force of gravity. Okay. So our next question, that is our fourth question. Why do astronauts wear specially designed spacesuit? Its answer from page number 127, the last part of our last page. That means the last page 127. Here you can see in this part you can see and that means the last fourth sentence. An astronaut wears a special spacesuit that maintains the normal atmospheric pressure for her or his body, since there is no atmospheric pressure outside the earth. Okay, so that you can write in your own words to compensate, or it maintains the normal atmospheric pressure. When we are wearing the spacesuit, it maintains the normal atmospheric pressure. So that time what will happen? It actually decreases the chance of low pressure, maybe nose bleeding, like these problems may happen. So to avoid the difficulties, we can use the spacesuit. Your own words you can write, but in our textbook itself, that textbook we have the correct sentence or correct answers are there, but that you can change in your own words, but the main content it has to be there. Then next one, where is the pressure greater? Fifth question, where is the pressure greater? 10 meter or 20 meter below the surface of the sea? Give reason. The surface of sea, below the surface of sea, 10 meter or 20 meter, the pressure is greater. In which case the pressure is greater? 20 meter. Why? Because pressure increases with increasing depth. Pressure increases with increasing depth. Okay. So sixth one, what is atmospheric pressure? Sixth question, what is atmospheric pressure? Its answer from page number 126. 126 atmospheric pressure. Here heading you can see, and in that heading the bold letters, second sentence, bold letters from two sentences are given in bold letters, that is second one you have to write. The pressure exerted by the air due to its sound weight is called atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by the air due to its sound weight is called atmospheric pressure. Then seventh one, explain why a wide steel belt is provided over the wheel of army tanks. Page number 123, you can see the answer. Page number 123. So all these things that you have to keep in mind, that like this question, why we are using the wide straps, or we are making the, in that all that cases, the basic thing you have to remember, when if it is wide, so area of contact increases, it reduces the pressure on the ground. Okay, so area decreasing time, pressure increases, area increasing time, pressure decreases. So that is the key point you have to keep in mind regarding the pressure. Pressure increases. Normally we know that pressure is equal to force upon area, right? So here pressure is directly proportional to the force. So force increasing time, pressure also will increase. And here it is inverse proportion, right? This area is inverse proportion. So area increasing time, pressure decreases. Area decreases time, pressure will increases. So this is the key factor you have to learn like this kinds of question. Okay. So in the case of army tanks, in your textbook itself you have the answer, but otherwise in exam times and all, you just this formula only you need to learn. In this formula, basic meaning, inverse proportion, this is direct proportion. So inverse means area increasing time, pressure decreases, and area decreasing time, pressure increases. That is the key factor. So we can say the answer of that seventh question, wide steel belt. That means page number 123, sixth point, a wide steel belt is provided over the wheels of army tanks so that they exert less pressure on the ground to not sink into it. Okay, or in your own words you can write to decrease or to reduce the pressure towards the ground. Okay, pressure on the ground, like that you can write. Then short answer type 2 questions. First one, why do mountaineers suffers from nose bleeding at high altitude? Page number 127, its answer is given. Page number 127, that first paragraph. The atmosphere, when we go, that means the first paragraph, that fourth sentence, the mountaineers suffer nose bleeding at higher altitude because of high altitude. The atmospheric pressure is much lesser than our blood pressure. At higher altitude, the atmospheric pressure is much less than our blood pressure. So they are suffering the nose bleeding because of the less atmospheric, because in high altitude less atmospheric pressure. Like this sentence, because it is short answer type 2, so we have to write it. In short answer type 1, you can write the answer within a sentence. In one sentence you can write the answer. In short answers 2 type, what you have to do, minimum 2 sentences is required, so you have to just explain it. Okay, then B, how does atmospheric pressure helps in drinking juice with a straw? Its answer also from page number 127. Here you can see that second line onwards you can write drinking straw, that second line, in that paragraph second line onwards. When you suck air at upper end of the straw with your mouth, the pressure of the air inside the straw is reduced, but the pressure is acting on the surface of the fruit juice is equal to the atmospheric pressure. So the greater atmospheric pressure acting on the surface of the fruit juice, it pushes the juice up into the straw to our mouth. Okay. So second sentence onwards, that complete paragraph. Okay. Then second question. Nidika is cutting a fruit for her grandmother as she is ill. She finds it's difficult to cut fruit. She sharpens the cutting edges of knife and cuts the fruit easily. First A part. Okay, sub question A. How does sharpening the knife helps in cutting the objects easily? So, while sharpening the knife, the area decreases and pressure increases, so we can easily cut the fruits. Okay. So, its answer in your textbook itself you can write, otherwise you can write in your own words. In your textbook page number 123, its answer is there. The cutting edges of knife are sharp, due to which area of contact decreases and pressure exerted, that means third point, okay, that I forget to say, third point, and pressure exerted by them increases. This large pressure helps them to cut the objects easily. Okay, your own words also you can write the answer. Then third one, give any two application of atmospheric pressure from everyday life. Give any two application of atmospheric pressure. So here you can, page number 127, here it is given three applications like drinking straw, that already you written, and no need of writing it again. Okay, just that answer question number you can write. Already if you written the answer for the short answers type 2 B, first question B. So the first B and one more you have to write. You can write the syringe case. So that syringe you can make it your own way or your own words you can write. You can write it short or you can write rubber suction part. Okay, so that's all about short answer type 2 questions. Now we can move on to the long answer question. Long answer first one. Explain why heavy truck is fixed with 6 to 14 tires. All this case again and again I am telling you, you have to keep an idea about this equation of pressure. Area increasing time, pressure is decreasing. So that idea you have to keep in mind. Okay, then first a heavy truck is fitted with 6 to 14 tires. I will say the answer from your textbook. If you are able to write it in your own words according to this formula, it will be more better. Anyhow, in your textbook itself its answer is there, page number 123. That application of pressure, first point. Application of pressure, first point. Heavy truck is fitted with 6 to 14 tires. The tires increase the area of contact on which their weight acts and hence reduce their pressure. That first point full. Then option B, skiers use the long flat skies to slide over snow. It's you can write the page number 123 second point for the B answer. Then third one, foundations of high-rise buildings are kept wide. Its answer from page number 123, fourth point. Foundation of high-rise buildings are kept wide so that they exert less pressure on the ground and do not sink in due to the extremely high pressure of the building. Then that's all about first question from long answer. And second one, give reasons. Option A, school bags are provided with wide straps to carry them. All these things, basic idea is pressure is equal to force upon area. So school bags, page number 123, that fifth point, page number 123, fifth point you can choose for it. Then B, the walls of dams are thicker near the bottom than the top. It's answer from page number 126. Page number 126. Application of liquid pressure, first point. That completely, diagram is not needed, that explanation only you need to write. Okay, so that's all about the second question answer. And third one, describes the type of contact and non-contact forces. It's answer from page number 119. Here classification of force is given, so that you have to write. The force can be classified in the following two types, contact force and non-contact force. Then what you have to do, you write the definition of contact force. Write the definition of contact force. And this contact force are two types. What are they? Muscular force and frictional force. Write the definitions of muscular force and frictional force with one example in each. Just definition. Here it is, many things it is explaining, but you need to write only definition. Then next you can move on to the non-contact force. Definition of non-contact force you have to write. Then what are the three types of non-contact force? Magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. In these four types of force, its definition and example in each case. Okay, like this you have to write the third question answer. Okay, and now we can move on to the numericals. Maybe in numericals you have some doubts. Okay, but it is very easy. So first question. In a cart, each of the two horses pull with a force of 1000 Newton. Find the resultant force, give reason. So, in a cart, two horses are there and they are pulling the cart with a force 1000 Newton. Find the resultant. So, each of the horse. For one horse, it pulling 1000 Newton of force, while exerting force is 1000 Newton, and the other one also 1000 Newton. So in the cart, first one, there are two horses. So force exert by first one horse is equal to 1000 Newton, and force exert by the second horse or another horse. We can write here another horse is equal to 1000 Newton. Okay, so resultant force. Force is equal to sum of these two. So 1000 Newton plus 1000 Newton, which is equal to 2000 Newton. Okay, this is the answer of first numerical. Okay, are you clear? Then second question we can discuss now. In a game of tug of war, three girls of team A, tug of war we know, that means both the sides they are exerting the force in different direction. In one side they are all pulling in same direction, and the other side they will be in opposite direction. So in a game of tug of war, three girls of team A pulled the rope with a force 80 Newton, 100 Newton and 120 Newton. So team A, the force exerted by team A is equal to, second answer, force exerted by team A is equal to, here in this question it is given 80 Newton, 100 Newton and 120 Newton. 120 Newton. Then what we have to find out? The resultant force of team A. Resultant force of team A. Resultant force of team A is equal to 80 Newton plus 100 Newton plus 120 Newton, which is equal to 0, 8 plus 2 plus 0, 10, remainder is 1, 1, 2, 3, 300 Newton. Okay, so this is the resultant force of team A, and force exerted by team B. Force exerted by team B is equal to, what is team B exerting force? That is 85 Newton, then 105 Newton and 125 Newton. Okay, so we have to find out its resultant force of team B. B is equal to 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15. So 5, remainder is 1. 8 plus 1, remainder 1. 9. 9 plus 2, 11. 1, remainder is 1. 1, 1, 3. 315 Newton. So what we need to find out? The resultant force. That means they are taking it in opposite direction. Okay, so here we are adding these girls. Team A are applying the force in the same direction, so we are adding it. Okay, in team B, that 3 girls also pulling the rope in the same direction, so we add the resultant force of team B. Actually, we have to find out the resultant force of the game. So for finding the resultant force of the game, what we need to find? We have to be in tug of war both the teams. This resultant force of team B and team A are in opposite direction. So what we need to do? If it is same direction, we can add it. In opposite direction, we have to subtract it. So resultant force of the game is equal to resultant force of the game is equal to team B minus team A. Okay. So that is 315 Newton minus 300 Newton. So by subtracting it, we will get 15 Newton. So this is the resultant force in the game. Okay. So the second part of the question, which team is the winner? Which team is the winner? Team B. Right? Team A less resultant force, less than, here it will be 350. So their team is the winner is team B. Are you clear? So the third one, a solid object weighs 250 Newton. When it's placed on a wooden plank, the area of contact is found to be 10 meters square. Find the pressure of the solid object on the wooden plank. So third numerical, third one, here it is given, a solid object weighs 250 Newton. So what all the things are given in the question that we have to write first. Here it is given Newton. In Newton, actually it is expressed, that is force, weight. Okay, so force is equal to 250 Newton. Then Area is given. Area is 10 meter square. So area is equal to 10 meter square. So what we need to find out? What we need to find out? Yes, pressure. Pressure is equal to force divided by area, which is equal to, what is force? 250 Newton divided by area is 10 meter square. So this 0 and this 0 we can cancel. So our final answer is 25 Newton per meter square, or this unit we can write in Pascal, then it will become 25 Pascal. So these both are the answer, you can write any one. That means in Newton per meter if you are expressing that also write. Okay. So that is the answer of our third numerical. Now fourth one, a brick is 32 centimeter long and 10 centimeter wide and 10 centimeter thick. Its weight is 16 Newton. So here it is given. So this is the question of fourth numerical is. So the force is directly it is given. Force is equal to 16 Newton. Force is equal to 16 Newton. Then what we need to find out? Find the pressure exerting by the brick on the ground. Actually here it is not giving the area, but hint is given. That means a brick is 32 centimeter long and 10 centimeter wide and 10 centimeter thick. So from that values we can find out the area. What is the equation for finding the area? Area is equal to length into breadth. Okay, so area is equal to length into breadth. Here length is given 32 centimeter. Okay, so area is equal to 32 centimeter into breadth is given 10 centimeter. So length into breadth is area, 10 centimeter. Okay, so here 32 centimeter and 10 centimeter. We can find out the area by multiplying it. 32 into 10, which is equal to 320. Centimeter into centimeter, 2 into 2, 2 square. Like centimeter into centimeter, centimeter square. Okay, so one thing you have to remember, here force is given in SI unit. SI unit of force is Newton and SI unit of area is meter square. But here our answer means we are getting this answer in centimeter square. So what we need to do? We have to convert it into meter square. How can we? How can we convert it? Already we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay. Then 1 meter square is equal to 1 meter into 1 meter. You have to carefully observe it. That is equal to 100 centimeter into 100 centimeter. Okay. That means 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100. So we will get, it will becomes 100 into 100, 10,000 centimeter square. So 1 meter square is actually, it will be is equal to 10,000 centimeter square. Here centimeter we have to convert into meter. So 1 centimeter square is equal to 1 divided by 10,000 centimeter square. Okay, 1 divided by, so this is the conversion of centimeter to, sorry, here it will be meter square. It is my mistake. 1 centimeter square is equal to 1 centimeter square. Then this numerator comes this side as a denominator. So 1 by 10,000 meter square. Okay, so here also we have to convert it in meter square by dividing it by 10,000. Then we will get area is equal to 320 divided by 10,000 meter square. 0, 0 cancel. 32 divided by 1000. Then what will be the answer? 0.032 meter square. So area is given in 0.02 meter square. Then what we need to find out? Pressure. Okay. So pressure is equal to force upon area. Pressure is equal to force upon area. Force is given 16 Newton. So 16 divided by, here it is given what? 0.032 meter square. Here it is Newton, here it is. This afterwards we can write. So we have to solve it. How can we solve? Here the decimal place by looking 1, 2, 3. So we have to multiply both the side by 1000 to remove the decimal. Okay. 1000 into 1000, which is equal to 16,000 divided by 32. So here you will get 32 into, how can we divide? We have to divide it. Actually 32, 160 divided by 32 is 5. Okay. So our final answer is 500 Pascal or 500 Newton per meter. So after writing it, you have to write this. Means when you are writing the answer inside, you can write this way. How we are this 10,000, how this 10,000 is coming, that you can use by this way. Okay. So that's all about the fourth answer. So you just try to learn this. Okay. So while looking, you may be feels it's too difficult, but it will be very easy if you are having the idea about this. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter square is actually 1 meter into 1 meter is 1 meter square. Then 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 100 into 100, 10,000 centimeter into centimeter, centimeter square. Then here we have to find 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 divided by this 10,000 comes as a denominator in this side. Then meter square, that we are substituting. Okay. Then last numerical, that is our fifth numerical. Now we can discuss the last numerical answer. That means the fifth question. The fifth question, a force of 120 Newton is applied on an object of area 3 meters square. Calculate the pressure. It's very easy. Fifth question, force is given in 120 Newton and area is given. Area is equal to 3 meters square. First you look these units. Force in SI unit, area also in SI unit. So we can easily find this answer. Pressure is equal to 120 divided by 3 meters square. 120 meter, which is equal to 120 divided by 3. 4 3s are 12. So the answer is 40 Newton per meter square or 40 Pascal. Okay, this is the answer of fifth question. 40 Pascal. So last one, practical skill based question. How will you show that the pressure exerted by the liquid on the base of the container depends on the height of the column? It's answer from page number 125. That means activity 5. Activity 5, you can write the methods and conclusion, or method, observation and conclusion. Okay, so that's all about our 11th chapter. Actually, it's first chapter in physics, force and pressure. So all these questions and answers you have to write in your notebook and you have to send me through my WhatsApp number. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you.